how to complete sections in your project planner. For the purposes of this recording, we will do an overview of the project idea all the way through the major products and performances to the entry event. So I'm going to go over those quickly with you. Obviously, you already have the name of your project filled out, your subject, you've already filled out the beginning area, your project idea. We will come to the content standards, and for those you will need to look on the resource that's provided in your resources. For the Colorado Department of Education content standards, you're going to choose your content section or area, and then you will break down your content standards by content, obviously. You've got your history. For mine, we have history, geography, economics, civics, and then of course you would break that into sections as your project develops, such as history 1A or geography 2D. You also, for language arts purposes, have oral expression and listening, reading for all purposes, writing and composition, research and reasoning. The next section of the project planner is the 21st century competencies that are to be taught and assessed during the course. Those are the 4 C's. For some reason, on this one, creativity and innovation is not checked. I will check that because that does absolutely need to be a portion of this project. You have your critical thinking and your problem solving, communication, oral presentation, collaboration, creativity and innovation. These are all parts of your project, so obviously critical thinking and problem solving, you're going to have a lot of collaboration with your kids to actually do that critical thinking and problem solving together as well as on their own in individual journals, things like that. Communication would be the oral presentations as they're doing presentations individually and by group. Creativity and innovation is the whole project entirely, and of course we have a lot of tech literacy being that we use an online curriculum for the most part. So students would be creating websites, they would be creating documentaries, things of that nature. Major products and performances would be things that you might end with. We end with a finale. We would have a 1920s murder mystery, or we might end with a museum time capsule. We're going to have some web design as one of our major products as well. Silent films, documentaries, public service announcements, advertisements, all of those things would be some of the major products that we would be doing, as well as performances individually and in groups during class time when we actually meet on our 1 day per week. You would also have some individual products, such as their personas that they're developing for the purposes of the course, letters, journals, children's books, posters, political cartoons. You can see there's a comma there as that develops as the project goes on throughout the semester or the year or quarter or whatever the timing is that you've chosen for your project completion. The entry event is what is going to launch inquiry and engage students. We would start our 1920s with a murder mystery party with clues that would include solving mysteries that pertain to the course content, such as prohibition, flappers. That's to engage the students and get them really thinking about what they're going to be doing in the course or in the project-based learning section or in the project itself. So that would be anything that you chose as an entry event to that particular project for your content area. That is the completion of the overview for this portion of your unit. What you would need to do next in your Schoology account would be to go to the assignment, the project planner, then you would, on your BIE project planner, you would fill out the areas for content standards, 21st century competencies, major products and performances, and your entry event. You're going to choose a sample from one of those areas to submit. Remember, don't turn in your project planner yet. What you want to do when you save your project and you're ready to choose, when we're all done at the very end, you're going to actually share it. but you're actually going to share the URL to us so that we can actually view it as a class. And I will show you that right here. So you're not actually going to share the whole thing until you get to project sharing. So make sure that you follow that to share your link to your project so that everyone can see the fabulous work you have done. Happy form filling.